Welcome to Quick Tip with Joy. Today I'm going to show you how to sew a signature in tightly. Now, the first thing that I do is there's different clips. I kind of like these because they're a little bit wider. These I've found do stick to my paper, so I almost need something under it, to kind of, so the rubbery stuff doesn't pull my picture, especially if you're using a digital. I liked these at first because they were very tight. However, I did not like them after I knew that they were pulling my picture apart. These, I'm not really a fan. They're kind of loosey-goosey. So the tighter you clip, the better you'll have it. So you need four different, I like to clip with 4 different clips. The first thing you do when you fold in your papers, I certainly would not fold each page individually and crease it with a bone folder. I would not do that. I would not take this off and because it kind of weakens the spine a little bit. Because if you're sitting here and going with your bone folder and smashing every page, especially the thicker the paper, cardstock especially, might be one of those things that you might want to avoid doing it with, because it will easily crack on the spine. So what I normally do, I've already checked these to make sure that everything's upright, the direction I want it, if it's high or low, and I chose this for a demonstration because it has such random sizes in here, because that is one of the difficult things that you can do with it. So what I do first of all is I have all my pages folded, and I get a bone folder, and I like this one. This is a We Are Memory Keeper bone folder. Anything, a ruler or anything. I like this because it has a nice top. I push this down and I fold the spine around it, okay? I might need to move you guys up actually. So I'm pushing down on this while I'm scooting all the papers together. So this hand is pushing this way and this hand is pushing this way from my right to my left. Keep it nice and tight, and as soon as you have it tight, kind of just hold on to it real tight and get you a clamp and I get as close to the spine as I can, because the closer and tighter that you have it here, the better off you will have. Now, I'm going to go ahead just for this reason. You want one on one side and you want one on the other side, as close to the spine as you can get it. See, this has actually where it's there. Don't let loose. If you think it slipped, do it again. Turn your paper over, and again, put your clamps. And if you have random sizes, you're going to need a clamp that's going to go far enough down. I might actually put this the other direction in there. See, and it's going to smash. This is smashing that. I don't really care, but you may. So if you do, then you might think about how you're going to do that. You might need a longer binder clip. So once you get them in there, I'm going to go ahead and use this because it seems like it'll hold it. Now that's not grabbing. You see, that's not grabbing that center one. So I might have an issue. It's only connected here and there. So there, from here, you're going to get your awl. And normally I would measure this out, but for this demonstration, I don't care. So you're going to need your awl. You're going to need your wax thread. Typically what I do is about 2.5, whatever the length of your cover is. So you just measure out 2.5 lengths. If it is a thinner signature, 2.5 is fine. If you want some to hang down, you may want 3 or maybe a little over 3. So I just cut my waxed thread and thread my needle, leaving a little bit. And then you don't tie it off in a knot or anything. Pardon me. Then you figure out which side you want if you want the strings to hang out on the outside, or you want them to be on the inside, or for this type of signature anyway. You can make a hidden spine, but this is not a hidden spine. So I'm just going to have the strings come out in the middle. And the way I do it is I start in the middle. I'm just going to judge it. That looks about middle-ish. When you're pushing your awl through, you want to make sure that you're not going to the side, or you just want to go straight in. But you don't do it with an open spine like this either. You want to close it down as tight as you can. You can kind of feel where that is at, that awl, so you don't poke yourself. Make sure that you're going straight in. And then I like to just corkscrew it in a little bit in case it doesn't want to go. And don't like shove it all the way through. I started out with an ice pick because I didn't have an awl, and it has a lot thicker barrel than the awl does that I purchased. So once you get the first hole, I'm just doing this random. Now, normally I would punch all of my holes first, but I'm just going to do it like so. Now, you want to leave enough room. You don't need a lot of room. You just need, if you're wanting it to hang down so you can put a charm on it, then you want enough room down here to have the charm. I don't know that I left enough room there to do that. Then you're going to go up. Now, I like to, so this is a shorter page in the center, so I like to catch the top of it. And I'm going to, again, close it over it. I like to press this down like this while I'm pressing. If you keep this closed tight, this is tight, and this is tight, and that all is going straight in, it will give you a lot better result than you not having to fight with it to find it. Now, the center of the signature is always an issue. Now, when you're putting this in, you keep this closed because that's the way you put it in. And more than likely, that needle, you see it, comes straight through. So that's how you can make sure that you're staying on track. Now some people do this differently, and see that's slipping out. I'm not going to worry about it too much. And then I need one more hole, and I'm just going to gauge it. That was about to there, so I'm going to put it about here. Again, close it, punch it through straight, and let go. Find your, where's my needle? Here it is. I found it. Sit back down. And then we're going to go back through the bottom. And then here's the tricky part. See how loosey-goosey this is right here? Maybe I need a piece of white paper under here so this will show up better. That'll be better for you. This is loose. So I like to pull the inside string. So you can see that this went in and it came up. So that's the same direction I want to pull this string to make this taut. So that way, and you don't want to like shove it so hard that you strip and make a bigger hole. You want it tight, but you don't want to pull it so hard that you're ripping it out either. So I just kind of hold it and then keep this kind of closed if you can. You don't want to go through that thread. You don't want to go through the middle of that thread. That's why I like waxed thread versus other threads. And I'm going to go straight through that hole. I'm going to open it up, and voila, it's there. Thank goodness. Sometimes it gives you a lot of grief. I'm glad for my life it did perfect. All right. So then, can you see that this string is on this side and these two strings are on the other side? I like to put one under. This just secures it. That way you have one on each side of this center string. Now, you want to make sure that this is nice and taut. Once you have this together, I get rid of my binder clips. And that way I can make sure that it's for sure tight. All right, so then, and you don't want to like, as hard as you can. Just put it there, turn it over, check it, make sure it's nice and taut there. You can see that I got it off. I don't care because it's just a demonstration. Then make a square knot. If you don't know how to make a square knot, it is the right string over the left string and through. Tie it down. The left string over the right string, the left over the right, and then push that through. And that will give you a square knot, so it should not come out. And then you still have room to do your, to add charms or buttons or whatever you want down there. If you don't like it, you just cut it off. But that is how you make a nice, tight signature, easy peasy. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it helps you. And if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up. And if you would like to see more from me, subscribe, ring the bell, and you'll get the notification. Until next time, have a great day. And remember, your day is full of choices, so choose joy.